Shalom, shalom. Start this off giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, Wahakadashakah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Middlestone, teaching the truth on down to the younger brothers through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. And shalom to the elect members and to the hopeful elect. Lord willing, this will be edifying and or exhorting. We're gonna talk about how they wanna merge you guys with machine. Merge man with machine and technology with machine. Something that they show you in movies, for the past forever. So yeah, with this vaccine, with this juice, don't want to say that, but with this juice, all right, you see pea juice right here. Hold on. The P word in this juice. So the pea juice. Second. Tweak. Okay, so that's the P word and then juice. So I'm just going to show you that through the juice, they want to begin, that process of merging man with technology, which is not good because, we're not supposed to be putting that type of stuff into our body. No injections or cuttings or anything. Leviticus 19:28. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor put any mark upon you. I am the Lord. So straight up, even if this was water, we're not supposed to inject that into ourselves. But with it being what it is, definitely not. And I'm going to get that, too in a second. So you see, P, P says it's is effective against Omarion. We call it Omarion. But it's whatever. The O variant. And you just see P word up here. Sometimes it say like this one. It say P and BioNTech, making it the same people because they are the same. You see right here. You see them both in a sentence. Again, it say and. So when you see this by itself, this is included too, whether you don't see it or not. All right, now. Because, the P word is, the brand of the juice. So what's up with this BioNTech? Well, let's show you. BioNTech, short for biopharmaceutical new technologies. Now we're going to go into these words. Let's start with bio. Life. Way of living, lifetime. So, living organisms. It's a lot. Okay, so now bio, life. Now let's do pharmaceutical. I went into this before in one of my older videos. This is the origin of pharmacy. Well, let me show you. Let's go back. Let's do pharmaceutical first. So, pharmaceutical drug, so-called medicine from a pharmacy. A medication is a drug used to diagnose, cure, treat, or prevent disease. A pharmaceutical is pharmacy, clearly. Now let's go back to pharmacy. You see, it says pharmakia, the practice of druggist. Pharmacy. Now, pharmakia. Now, where is that word from? Like in my older videos, little side point. Galatians 5:20, witchcraft, drugs. Okay. Pharmakia, right there. That's what pharmacy is. It's that pharmaceutical. So, biopharmaceutical. So, witchcraft, sorcery, new technologies. So, P, bio and tech, juice. So, P, bio and tech, juice. Now you know that it's talking about witchcraft. And they want to put that inside of you so bad, as you see. All right, now. This says understanding the nanotechnology in C19 juices. Lipid nanoparticles are a vital component of the P BioNTech and C19 vaccine juices. Understanding nanotechnology. is a manipulation of matter on a near atomic scale to produce new structures, materials, and devices. Devices. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. We're not ignorant of his devices anymore because the Lord has exposed all of these things to us. Now, nanotechnology. So yeah, it's been a lot of leaks, a lot of things that have been exposed, a whole lot of different videos showing you all type of things that are in these juices, all type of nanoparticles and nanotechnologies that do a whole lot of things. That's why you see, I'm trying to pull it up. That's why you see people with the what's the name? Metal magnet sticking to their arm.
.36 now here on this Friday morning. And for the better part of 2 weeks, there's been a challenge of sorts on social media. For this Fact Check Friday, does the COVID-19 vaccine make you magnetic? The short answer, no microchip online. On the flip side, these videos seemingly showing people getting magnets stuck on their arms where they say they were vaccinated. These have been seen by millions and millions of people online. On the flip side, the public has tried to debunk the challenge with other videos showing magnets not sticking to others' injection sites. Now, I don't have a way to prove one way or the other that videos showing the magnetic attraction are in fact magnets, or if that person has ever been vaccinated against the coronavirus. I can tell you it didn't work for me. I also have not met a single vaccinated person that this does work for. So if it does for you...
No, he's a fool. But that's besides the point. And there's plenty of videos out there. You can go look them up. That shows you, these videos are not playing around. Like, you had elderlies that were crying because it was sticking to their arm. And they were scared and they did not know what it meant. They didn't know why that was happening. They're just doing what they're, what they're telling them to do. They don't know any better. They're elderlies and it got stuck to their arm. I seen all type of videos like that. There's other videos showing you what the nanoparticle technologies are. They move around your body and they do what they want and they multiply. They have stuff that multiplies. I was hoping I could find it, but I could not. So this is playing a key role protecting and transporting the stuff, the M, effectively to the right place in the cells. Okay, so that's the nanotechnology. And that's, some type of metal or something if they got stuff sticking to your arms. That's that technology that they're putting in your body. Now, they straight up tell you that they want to merge man with machine and everything. And it's the beginning.
Monkey has been able to control
It's the beginning of it. Let's listen to this.
Monkey has been able to control the computer with his brain.
So your brain is composed of neurons. Neurons connect together and form a network that can talk to each other through synapses. They're the connection points between neurons, and they communicate using chemical signals, known as neurotransmitters. All of your senses, everything you experience in life, it's all just neurons firing electrical signals, or otherwise known as action potentials. When neuron spikes occur, these neurotransmitters are released. Information is then relayed across its synapses and eventually reaches another neuron. Now multiply this process by 100 billion, and that's your brain in a nutshell. Electrodes are the way that Neuralink and other medical practices study your brain activity. By placing these electrodes close to neurons, the action potentials that create electric fields inside your brain can be detected and transferred to a machine that records and measures the data. Neuralink plans to use this to its advantage. Your brain has two main systems, your limbic system and your cortex. These two are in a relationship with each other. Your limbic system is responsible.
It said Neuralink. Let me see if I can get some on that. Okay, so Neuralink. Just another side point. Neuro comes from neuron, which neuron is nerve or cell, an electrically excitable cell that communicates with other cells via specialized connections called synapses. And they want to link though. They want to link that with the technology merging with man, aka Neuralink. Neuralink merging man with machine. Okay, so yeah, continue.
For your basic emotions, your survival instinct. Your cortex is responsible for your problem-solving skills, your critical thinking. It's where your consciousness exists. Neuralink is aiming to create a third layer to this. The implants will be a third wheel in this relationship, but would increase our capabilities by multiple orders of magnitude. They plan to increase the number of neurons that you can access regularly, that you can use to remember things or regain access to certain parts of your brain that may no longer be active. This is extremely useful for medical patients, some of which who had absolutely zero options up until Neuralink became a reality. The goal is to make this one of the most simple procedures there is, similar to people getting LASIK to improve their vision. But why do we even need this in the first place? Well, in most cases, it's a bandwidth issue. Now, many people hear this but don't exactly understand what that means. It's a speed problem. It's an energy problem. It's how fast you can get information into or out of your brain. If you have something that you want to write down on a computer, you have to type it with your hands, or speak it into a microphone. That's probably going to mess it up. If you want to learn something, it could take days, weeks, months, or even years to fully grasp. If we were able to solve this bandwidth issue, we could accomplish exponentially more in less time with much less physical effort. Neuralink cuts out the middleman and allows input and output directly from your brain to whatever you're doing on a machine, or vice versa. It's like going from writing using a quill, to having a pencil, to having a keyboard, to having Siri, to now potentially having nothing but the power of your own brain. This is where brain-machine interfaces come in.
So how many movies have you seen like that, where half man, half machine, or they put a chip in somebody and they done upgraded themselves? Now they, I guess far superior than average human. This is what they want you to think, will happen. They want you to like the idea of the chip in your head. You can go watch this. This is kind of an example. Because he had the upgrade of the technology merging with him. Let's see if I can play some of this.
As a quadriplegic, it must be frustrating for you, someone who liked to get things done with their hands.
Here's the thing. 4 guys murdered my wife. If I could find those men, I'd do it.
What if I told you I could offer you something that would enable you to walk again? I call it STEM, a computer chip that has the potential to change everything. It's a new, better brain. I am STEM.
You heard what he just said? It's a new, better brain. He talking like the dude in the other video. Talking like him. He said it's a new, better brain.
body for you. Can anybody else hear you?
No, only you. May I point something out? In the drone surveillance footage, Sir Brandner, Marine Corps, address 414 Citrus Newcraft. We'll need a plan.
I got King Gray. Got this.
This doesn't seem like a well.
He doesn't have to learn anything, do no work. It just all gets downloaded and he knows it and he does it. This is, this is their goal. This is how they want things to be. They put it all into the movies.
We'll find out plan.
I need your permission to operate independently.
Permission granted!
Thank you.
Stay down, man. Sam, he's got a knife!
I see that. We have a knife too.
You now have full control again, Gray.
You continue watching or watch the movie on your own, but yeah, that's the point.
And they change everything. A brain-machine interface, or BMI, is composed of two things: a brain and a machine. The machine could be anything: a phone, a computer, a bionic arm, anything that provides you with sensory inputs from the outside world.
Let's get this scripture. Revelation 13 and 14. And deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles, which he had power to do in the sight of the beast. Saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast. The miracles. These are miracles. These are miracles to people.
Or an external source. These inputs are then returned back into your brain, where you can...
They can appear like miracles, but if you're, if you don't know, if you're unlearned at all, or you don't know anything, then you don't know that this is really not good at all.
process them. But you need something artificial in your head to return this data to. Now don't...
Artificial means fake. Why would you put something fake in your head?
Worry, it's not like putting a CPU inside your head. It's actually quite tiny. Each Neuralink N1 chip is roughly 4x4 millimeters with 1,000 electrodes each. It's feasible to fit up to 10 of these inside your head in different areas, all to measure and affect different parts of your brain. But companies and neurosurgeons alike can't just go around throwing anything they want into someone's head. It's usually a lengthy process to getting these things approved by the FDA for medical purposes and later on public use. BMIs contain the potential...
Okay, it's enough of the video. You can go watch it, later. But, so, because the whole point is that in this lesson is to show that they want to merge man with technology. Revelation 13 and 16, he calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now, this mark in their hand is merging man with technology, or in their forehead is merging man with technology, as you just seen. I haven't put up anything with the mark in their right hand until I'm about to now. They got some more recent footage of this, actually, less than 2 years ago. Much more recent footage. But this is, just to prove the point. That's, it's the technology inside that right hand, inside that hand.
When Elias Brotberger goes to work, he doesn't need ID. And he doesn't need money. In fact, much of what he needs to get through the day is hidden right there, just below the surface, in his hand.
You like to touch it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, weird. Yeah, it's like a grain of rice.
Yeah, grain of rice.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Yeah, it's all on chip, so I use it like to get around the building.
Buy snacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's buy some snacks.
Exactly.
So I can't open it.
No.
Okay.
So what I need to do is I need to first blip my chip.
Now, you're going to be a fool if you be like, oh, well, if it's not in my right hand, then it's okay. Because the scripture say right hand. Yeah, it says in their right hand. So if you think that, if it's in the left hand, then you're going to be okay. No, that's foolish thinking. So do not think that way. Just because it may not be in the left hand. I mean, the right hand for everybody. No. That will put you in a very bad situation.
And it will log me in. And from there, I get access to the fridge.
Poppy.
Because you can't go back. Once you got it, that's it. You can't repent for that.
TV shows like Black Mirror have imagined chips as part of a dystopian future. Install ingrain procedure with local anesthetic and you're good to go. In Sweden, the microchips are already here.
The microchip implants use the same technology that's in contactless credit cards.
You got the idea. Now, as they mentioned with the monkey, Elon Musk's Neuralink monkey play video games with his brain.
This is Pager. He's a 9-year-old macaque who had a Neuralink placed in each side of his brain about 6 weeks ago. If you look carefully, you can see that the fur on his head hasn't quite fully grown back yet. He's learned to interact with a computer for a tasty banana smoothie delivered through a straw. We can interact with the Neuralinks simply by pairing them to an iPhone, just as you might pair your phone to a Bluetooth speaker. The links record from more than 2,000 electrodes implanted in the regions of Pager's motor cortex that coordinate hand and arm movements. Neurons in this region modulate their activity with intended hand movement. For example, some might become more active when he moves his hand up, and others when he moves it to the right. By recording from many neurons and feeding their activity into a decoder algorithm, we are able to predict Pager's intended hand movements in real time. First, we calibrate the decoder by recording neural activity as Pager uses the joystick to move a cursor to targets presented on the screen. As he's playing this game, we are wirelessly streaming, in real time, the firing rates from thousands of neurons to a computer. Using these data, we calibrate the decoder by mathematically modeling the relationship between patterns of neural activity and the different joystick movements they produce.
So they put a chip in the monkey brain. So he can merge him with technology so he can, play that and, that video game or whatever. Okay, now, what was I? It says, why do scientists often perform experiments on monkeys? Much of this use is to develop and test the safety and effectiveness of potential human medicines and juices. Primates are also used for studying how the brain functions and in research relating to human reproduction. Why are monkeys used in research? Human biology and disease can be studied in monkeys because they are very similar to humans. Biologically, anatomically, and physiologically, they have similar brains, muscle tissue, muscle structure, and reproductive and immune systems. So yeah. This could be like a 1, 2, 3 hour lesson if we were to bring out like every single, piece of evidence and things, but it's hard to find. They be deleting, erasing stuff. But yeah, I'm probably gonna close it out here. Close out with the scripture. 2 Corinthians 2:11. Least Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. All right. Your honor, praise, glory to Yahweh Shemi Shai. Shalom to the hopeful elect and to the elect members. Lord willing is edifying and or exhorting. Shalom.